Hello, I wanted to make a quick video on the unsexy guide on how to get started in real estate to get results fast, because I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook with people that are struggling and there's no reason to struggle so much. Okay, so I just threw together this. You're going to see a lot of typos because this is not perfect. I just want to get the message out there. This is the unsexy guide on how to get started in real estate and get results fast. Now it's unsexy because it's hard work and it's not all these shiny new methods. This is the hard work, the unsexy, right? So we all know success is unsexy because it's a lot of routine and it's structure and it's boring things that don't constantly change. So that's why it's unsexy. It's hard work, but here's the thing: you're going to get results when you do this method. And if you're looking for results, do the hard work up front and make your whole journey easier. So make that commitment right now. If you are somebody who is just looking for the easy way out or has extra money to spend, you can go run Facebook ads, you can start a Facebook group, you could do lots of things. You could go door knocking, you can do so many things to generate leads. This is going to get you to the people who already want to sell, the people who have already raised their hand in some way and said, I want to sell. They don't know about you, but you are going to contact them and let them know that they need to work with you. And this guide is going to show you how to do that. So before we get started though, I need you to make that commitment. If you are going to be doing the hard work, do the things, set the schedule, do what you need to do to make sure that you are going to get this results. You can get results as quick as one day. You can't get paid in one day, but you could set an appointment today and then probably have a closing within 30 days. So that is possible. This can be your life raft. If you're desperate, you don't know what else to do this. If you've got a bunch of other things you're doing, stop doing a bunch of other things and choose one method and work one method. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this tutorial will tell you how to find people to call, how to get their phone numbers, what to say, how to close, and how to interview agents to send the referral out to them. Now, we are not going to talk about everything on the whole gamut of a real estate agent's job, because as you know, a real estate agent does lead generation, converting to appointment, goes on appointments, negotiates contracts, and does scripts and role play. So we're not going to do all of those because we are not going to negotiate contracts. We're not going to go on appointments. So this tutorial will not tell you how to do the appointment or negotiate contracts because I just threw this PowerPoint together. I don't even know what I was going to say when I said do multiple. All right, so we're going to move on. So the reason I'm making this video is because I keep seeing posts like this on Facebook groups. I feel alone as a real estate agent. I started in August. And by the way, I'm recording this on December 29th. I just started in August. I haven't had any sales, no income. I have to pay my realtor dues. There are so many people asking for help. So many people don't even know what to do. So please, if you are interested in reading one of these or reaching out to somebody, pass this video around. People need to know the best way, the fastest way to get business happening now. It's unsexy. It's going to be some cold calling, some cold texting. It's not sexy. It's not super fun, but it will get you results and you will learn faster. You will actually be taking action. So that's what I'm looking for. If you're an action taker, continue on. If you're looking for the easy way out, you just want to be in real estate because you want to hang out on the couch and watch TV every day, then real estate really isn't for you. So pause the video if you want to read these other things, but this is why I want to get this message out, because there is so much unknown in real estate. I mean, in lead generation, not in real estate, in lead generation. They throw you into real estate school. They tell you all of the laws. You get out thinking, well, business is going to come to me. I just need to know how to stay in my lane and follow the rules. What they don't tell you is how to market yourself, how to run a business, how to do each of the skills. All they do is do the legal part with you. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is going to be free. There's going to be no money involved, not to me, not to anybody else, except for the fees. It's going to cost you effort and the MLS realtor fees, real estate that you've already paid. Okay, so 10 things that you need to do to get started today, get results today. You need to set a daily schedule and stick to it. You need to get set up with your company's CRM, and we'll talk about that on one of the slides. Okay, go ahead, and I'm gonna have you download all the expired listings in your area from the past 5 years, and then make a list. I'm gonna give you a couple of sites to go to for 20 FSBO sites. And you are going to skip trace that list to get phone numbers, or you're going to call a top producer to get the list from them, or you're gonna say we have 3 methods. No, I can't remember. We'll know when we get to the slide. Then you're gonna go look on YouTube for the expired scripts to say, for the words to say when you actually make the call. Then you're gonna call those people. If you want to use a dialer, that's faster. I'll talk about that when we get to that slide. You're going to refer those, number 7, you're going to refer those prospects out to a top producer in your area. You don't need to learn all of the skills of a real estate agent before you can do the very first one, right? We're just going to focus on this one right now. When you do send out, you're going to charge a 30% referral fee to the person that you send it to if you find a seller. And every day you're going to aim to have 20, 10. Okay, 20 is ideal, but when you're starting out, do 10 maybe for the first 30 days, 15 for the next 30 days, and then 20 by the end of 90 days, right? I mean, the fastest way you can get to 20 back and forth real estate conversations a day, the faster your results are going to be. And then number 10, do this no less than 4 hours a day. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So the first one, set a daily schedule and stick to it. So this is the power schedule. 6 to 7, you wake up, drink some water, because our goal is to get rid of this morning voice and infuse our voice with energy. Do a little bit of exercise in the morning, have a vocal conversation, maybe you need to call a friend so that you get rid of that morning voice. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know, the morning voice. We need to throw that frog out of the window. Okay, when it gets to 9 o'clock a.m., you need to make the calls, pick up the phone, and actually start dialing or activate the dialer. Just get moving at 9, right? That is your deadline. 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the best time to call. Do it first thing in the morning, get it over with so that you don't have to stress about it. And action will actually give you confidence. It will give you drive for the rest of the day. It will start your day out right. Win the day by noon. Get the most important tasks done before noon. Okay, then 11 to 12, what you're going to do, follow up on calls to people you've spoken to before. Now, there's going to be a difference in people's schedules between calling them in the morning and calling them in the evening. So just kind of call them when they answer. So like follow-up calls. So you're going to do all of your new calls in the morning. You'll see here 4 to 7, you're going to do some new calls in the evening. And guess what? You get time off to go live life sometime between 1 and 4. Okay, so get your lunch at 12 to 1. That's fine. It's fine to take lunch there. I've done the research on, I think it was like 30,000, 18,000, 28, I can't remember the number, calls that I did in 1 year. I went back and analyzed the results. I broke it down to 15-minute increments because I wanted to know what was the most impactful times, which times of the day did the most people answer. And it was something like between 11:30 and 12, and then 12:45 and 1:15. I'd have to go back and look at it, but those are the most powerful times that you can call out. Also, call in the evening. Choose one day a week. I used to use Thursday night and call in the evening because, I mean, for me, I was a teacher when I started out. I was going to work at 7:30 and then working until 3:30. And so I wasn't really taking calls. I mean, I could text, but I couldn't call. So real quick, when I say call, it means when you are reaching out, right? It doesn't always mean calling on the phone. It just means reaching out. I can call you in a text message or call you in an email. And I just use the word call to be all encompassing, even though the calling in an email doesn't really make sense, but I'm like, hey, I'm reaching out to you. All right, so I meant to put little blocks around these things at the, again, I just threw this together. So 2 to 3 hours of calling new people, that should be in a block, because that's what I meant to do, is make these the building blocks of your schedule. Calling new people, that's in a block. And then the next block is 1 to 2 hours of follow-up calls. Then the next one is exercise block. I just said walk because that's the easiest thing to do. I am a runner and a cyclist, but often I just take walks because I don't feel like doing the other stuff. Some days I just need to save my effort to do the work. So that's another block. Exercise, you need to sound like you didn't just wake up when you first start making these calls. So that's why I say have a vocal conversation, drink water. Water actually really helps your voice sound more fluid. And yeah, just get your blood flowing. Okay. And then you actually do need to practice and memorize the scripts. Now, I just kind of tossed my scripts together. They are fine. There are so many more language patterns that you could put in there, but I just put the bare bones in there. Okay, let's look at the next slide. Please work. Oh, my mouse is. All right, so the second one, you're going to get set up with your company's CRM. Okay, this is your online brain. Don't stress about stuff, right? Stay lazy. What I mean by that is not actually lazy, but I mean stop trying to remember things. Let other devices take care of the things that you need to remember. Automate, put things on your calendar, and put calendar reminders so that you don't have to keep them in your brain, because you need space inside here to live life and run the rest of things that don't make you crazy. The online brain, AKA the client relations manager, basically it's an online calendar system. It tells you who to call. Well, after you put in the contact, you say, okay, tell me to call this person every Monday, something like that. So then on Monday, it'll give you a task to call them. And then you click done. Next Monday, you'll get another task. Oh, I'll call Stephen again. Okay, click done. And then you write notes in there. The second thing it does is it gives you a place to write notes. Oh, okay, so it's Monday. I'm calling Stephen. Oh, his daughter has a softball game Tuesday. So I'll call him next Monday and ask him how it went. All right, and then I'll follow up where he is on his real estate journey. It helps you keep track of where the person is on their journey. Hey, Stephen's daughter, who plays softball, is just finishing up her last year in high school, and they are thinking about downsizing. So if it's December now, they still have 6 months out. The CRM will also send automated emails and automated texts if you get the right one. Usually your companies will have an IDX integration or native. And what that basically means is you can just type in a zip code and it'll send out a snapshot of that zip code or that neighborhood or that area. Okay, next one. Download all the expired listings in your area and FSBOs. Oh, I forgot to add the, yeah, anyway, just go ahead and put it into a spreadsheet right now, and don't add it to your CRM just yet, because we only want to add people who are actually going to do business into the CRM. We want to just put like the actives into this here. We don't just want to put a blanket, a bucket of people in there. So put them into a spreadsheet right now. I'm going to give you some directions on how to do a dialer later, but just right now, just start calling people. All right, skip trace to get phone numbers. Oh yeah, here are the 3 different ways. So the number 1 is absolutely free. You can go on and get FSBOs. And again, I started the video before I was ready. I'll see if I can make a supplemental video and stick it in here. Okay, you're going to skip trace to get phone numbers. And there are, I said 2 ways, but there are 3 ways that I have tossed on here to do this. So absolutely free. You can go online, go get FSBO phone numbers. There's a military site. There is a FSBO. There's several FSBO sites that for sale by owners. Collect at least 20 of them, because that means that at least 2 of them will be working with you. Craigslist, some people will try to sell their own, but it's not super awesome anymore. Go to Facebook Marketplace, and oh, I said I would add before I recorded the video. Well, I didn't do that. Okay, so the second place is call a top producer. What you're going to say is, hey, listen, I'm a new agent and I'm looking for people to call. I was wondering if you would be interested in working with me for me to give you the referral if I'm able to find somebody who's interested in doing real estate. So you're going to call the top producers. And the way you find the top producers is you can either search on the MLS for people that have done, we'll say, 40 plus transactions. I guess the minimum requirement for a top producer would be like 30 transactions, 24. I don't know. I feel like that's the minimum, the low side. Now this is solo agents, people doing things solo. If they've got a team, they should be doing more up into the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100 for the team leader or the one person. So that's kind of a scope of what a high producer or a top producer would be doing. So you're going to send those referrals out. You can also ask them if they have any old lists that are inactive that you can call and give them the referral. You would sign a referral agreement and everything with them before they gave you the list so that they protect themselves and so that you can get a list for free. And if they're giving you the list, you can just do the 25% typical normal referral fee. Okay, and I said minor money. This is just like a little bit of money, maybe $70, $60, $70, $80. So this one is, you can take your downloaded expired list over to batchskiptrace.com and use a discount code CEO. And what you'll do is if you've got, we'll say 500 people that you're gonna skip trace means find their phone numbers. You're going to upload your list of the addresses, and then what it will spit back is phone numbers for people that are associated with living in that house and all of their phone numbers that they've had forever. So you're going to get a lot of bum phone numbers, and that's fine. You just call them, and if anybody answers, it's a opportunity to do something. Now, the opening is that, hey, let's think of a different name. Christina. Hey, Christina, this is Kat. I just seen that you had a house for sale at one point, and I just wanted to check to see, is that available? Is it still available? Oh, it's not? No, what changed? Right, and then you start just having a conversation where you say, oh, I don't know that address. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. People change phone numbers all of the time. Well, while we're on the phone, can I just ask you, who do you know who might be thinking about buying or selling a house? And then even if whether they say yes or no, go ahead and launch in with something else. Okay, you can make your downloaded expired list of batch skip trays. The beast does. Okay. Next one is to look up expired scripts on YouTube for the words to say. I'm also going to give a quick little video about what I would say to an expired listing or a FSBO. Whoop. Okay, so I do have a YouTube channel. It is called Vegan Cyclist Real Estate, and I do put a lot of these videos up there. Also, when you don't have to watch mine, you can watch other people's FSBO scripts or expired scripts. I don't know that anybody has scripts on contacting a top producer because that's not really normal. But I think if you're going to do lead generation, you want to get good at it. You want to make more money with less work. Do a referral business. Okay, the next one is to call those people. And here is where the script comes in. Check our time. What are we on now? I don't know. I don't even know where we are. Oh, we're at 20 minutes. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to smile. That's going to be the first thing. Listen to when I talk without a smile. You can actually hear it in my voice. And then I smile, and you hear the different sounds of my voice. I don't know why, but smile and act like you were talking friendly to somebody that you love, a good friend, your grandma, somebody normal that you don't get nerves in front of. Hey there, Ruth. This is Kat from Catapult Lead Gen. Hey, thanks for taking my call. I saw that your house on 660 Jolly Road was for sale a while back. Is it still available? No? Okay, well, what changed? Oh, great. Yeah, I thought it was a great house. I was wondering why it came off the market unsold. And then they'll say something. Anyway, you're in a really great area. I've heard of a lot of people, or a lot of people are looking. I've got buyers who are looking. A lot of people are moving into that area. Let me ask you, in your opinion, who do you know who might be thinking about buying or selling a house? No one? Okay. I know it's coming up into January now, and a lot of people are going to be listing their house. Who do you know who might be thinking about selling? I know it's coming up on February, and with Valentine's Day, I know a lot of people get married, combine their households, and sometimes have an extra house to sell. Who do you know who might be thinking about buying or selling a house? It's coming up on March, April, May, and with the summer coming up, people are thinking about moving or changing houses. Who who do you know who might be thinking about selling a house? It's coming up on June, July, August, with so many people making changes while school's out. Who do you know who might be thinking about selling a house? It's coming up on September, it's coming up on October. And, if somebody wants to be in a new house by December, by the holidays, it's the perfect time to start their search. Who do you know who might be thinking about buying or selling a house? It's coming up on November, December. If somebody's thinking about selling a house, this time of year, there are only serious buyers and sellers out there now. There's so many fewer tire kickers. So if you know somebody who might be thinking about moving, this would be the perfect time. They might get fewer showings, but way more qualified people coming through. Who do you know who might be thinking about buying or selling a house? Right? So you see how this can go. You just kind of come up with whatever reason. Who do you know who has school-age kids, new babies, who is getting married, who's got kids going off to college, who may have inherited a house? These are all things you just start, listen to what they say. If they have any words like, my daughter had been thinking. Oh, what changed? Your daughter had been, right? So that people will drop clues unknowingly, and you need to be the detective and listen and pick those things up. Oh, okay, great. Let me ask you one thing. Since I do work in, after you finish the whole thing, since I do work in real estate, I am in touch with a lot of contractors, handyman, people like that. If you were to get some work done around your house, what would be the next thing you would do? Nothing? Okay, great. Well, save my name as Cat Real Estate, or Annie Realtor, Rose Realtor, your name, whatever you want to do. And I can be your resource for anybody who might need to get in touch with for work around the house, because I know it's hard to find somebody to actually trust. And I've got a list of contractors, people who are reputable, who we've actually worked with before. Just let me know when you need to I can be your resource for anyone you might need to get in touch with for work around the house. Okay, great. Thank you for your time. Again, my name is Kat. I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, if they do say yes, then you're going to go ahead and ask them further questions. Oh, it is available. Well, what's making you want to move? Oh, we want a bigger house. Oh, well, what will that do for you to have a bigger house? Oh, it'll give us a bigger yard. We need more space for our people, our kids. Oh, what about having a big yard? It's important to you. Well, we need more space for the kids. And you also mentioned a bigger house. Now, this is an obvious question, but what problem is that going to solve, having a bigger, smaller, one-story house, two-story house, extra stairs, bigger yard? What problem will that solve? Oh, okay. Well, tell me about where you're living now. Tell me about your situation. Oh, we have a two-bedroom house and 5 kids and four horses and 3 dogs, etc. Okay. Well, you know what, Rose, it sounds like your next step is to meet with an agent to get a quick estimate of the value of your house, just to give you a few more options and maybe come up with a plan to find you a new one. Does that sound like something that would be beneficial? Okay, great. So is Tuesday at 2 or Wednesday at 4 better? And then set the appointment. All right, so that is the scripts. That is how to use it. So you are going to refer those prospects out who want to sell, you're going to give them to a top producer in your area. This is so that you don't have to learn the whole line of real estate agent skills, that you can just focus on this thing, which is going to create the gas to run your business. Create the fuel, I should say, to run your business if your business was like a car. Okay, contact a top producer. All you do is find the lead, set the appointment, or just find out that they want to sell and pass that name and number over to a top producer. Because, and I say specifically top producer, not new agent, not somebody who doesn't know what to do, because a top producer is familiar with the systems of getting referral, knows how to close, has good follow-up systems, and already has the rest of their process ironed out. And the best part is you are going to make a contact in your network. You are going to make a friend. They will be your resource. If you have any questions in real estate after this, they are going to be the one that you can go to ask your questions to help. How cool is that? It's like win-win-win for everybody. And that top producer now has somebody else they can mentor. Hey, I've got this listing. Can you go run an open house there? Hey, can you help me put out open house? Then you've got somebody to shadow, somebody that you're kind of unofficially giving leads to, and they will help you out if you are producing them business. So the only downside is that you are not doing, you're not getting overwhelmed in the beginning. Actually, I think that's a bonus. I don't see any thing that is really wrong with this. Let me know in the comments down below if you can find any downsides to actually working with somebody and starting this referral business, starting as a referral business before you grow into a full-blown agent doing every piece of the whole transaction. Okay, the last part is if you can find a seller, charge 30% referral fee. Okay, right now we are in a very low inventory market. We're at the end of 2021. We're about to explode into January 2022. Man, all of the houses are going to be like, oh, all of these seeds that have been planted all year. People want to sell their house, but have been like, well, I don't know. I need to wait for the holidays. I need to see if the housing market's going to keep on rising or if it's going to come down. You know, people have all sorts of excuses for not doing the thing that they already don't want to do. So, if you can find a seller in this crazy market, you can charge a little bit more for it. You can charge more for it. You don't have to just stick with the 25% fee. And if you get in good with your top producer, you set the appointment for him or her, you can maybe even charge more than that because you're doing all of the hard work. Okay, moving on to the next one, since this is a pretty self-explanatory one. Okay, again, I think I mentioned this earlier. You need to have 10 to 20 back and forth conversations about real estate. All right, if you call somebody and you say, hey, this is Kat with Catapult Lead Gen, blah, 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 your house for sale, is it still available? They hang up on you, that does not count. If you say, hey, this is Kat with Catapult Lead Gen, I just wanted to follow up on that house at blah, 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 is it still available? And they say, no, it's not. Hang up, that counts. That counts as a conversation. And because you asked a question, they said, no, done, cool. That is a contact. Now, each company, team, brokerage will have their own lingo, will have their own language for what they call things. 20 people a day is your ideal number. I mean, I would call 40 people a day at my peak when I was doing, I do 20 in the morning and then 20 in the afternoon. The afternoon's a little bit slower for me, only because I'm making follow-up calls, which means I'm talking to more people for longer. In the morning, I was calling new people. So I was getting, I was having shorter conversations. I was getting a lot of no's, which is fine, but I'm talking to more people. That's how I could get 20 in the morning. In the afternoon, when I was calling, I was getting, anywhere from 33 to 44 people. It was less in the afternoon because I was having longer conversations because these were follow-up things. I'm delivering information. I was also making fewer phone calls as well. Anyway, I'm off track. Talk to 20 to 10 to 20 people a day about doing real estate business with you. If you're talking to your friend on the phone, that doesn't count. It's 10 people, 20 people in the department, in the conversation department of maybe moving things forward, talking about real estate. Okay. All right. Again, plan to spend no less than 4 hours a day calling. If you can get to 20 people in less than 40 hours, that's great. But then go ahead and follow up on other admin tasks. Make sure you've got all the pieces in place. Make sure all your referral work is done. Just make the calls. Make the calls, get it done. This is going to be a quick process on how to get business now and fast. Okay. So we talked about how to find people to call. We talked about how to get their phone numbers. We talked about what to say, how to close. We talked about how to interview agents to send their referral. Okay, that is the end of my slideshow. Okay, please comment below if you have any questions. I hope this was super helpful for you. Please let me know if there's any other questions you want me to answer about real estate lead generation, all the way from not being licensed, calling a top producer, all the way up until the appointment, and even going through the appointment I can do. I'm not going to talk about after over like actual real estate activities, which you need a license for. Okay, because and then that also differs between states, stuff like that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you next time.